I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop out of morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats kicked me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a vision, jumping in the bed with two dark teeth, and who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's rock now. Hey.
On second down, McCaffrey. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set. 180.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bird. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, Newton. He's at about the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. But here comes Diggs. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
This is Wentz. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. 15 yards through the air on a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more. Of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Miller under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Thomas Davis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Operating from the gun, Miller. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And the Panthers coming out now. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
Back to throw, Newton. And right with it here, over the middle. Give him 30 yards there.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week. On first down, this is McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Hey, Black Katie!
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Finding room to the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Come on now. Hey, get right down.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Set. 180.
3rd and 2, Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. In for the score. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Gano now to add the extra point. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Miller going to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now Miller, off play action. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here's Newton now on second down. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. To throw on second down is Newton. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Newton on third down. Got a man, it's late. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Newton will bring him up first and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number 1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Here we go.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They fake the give. Newton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Newton. Past the 20. And he's got his target. That's more. And they do finally get him. But he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Again, Newton. That's the first NFL touchdown in the career of DJ Moore. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of that?
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 49 yards. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Cowboys will turn it over now to Dan Bailey for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Anthony Brown. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Julius Peppers in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Prescott from the gun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Prescott always got some breathing room. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, This one's going the other way.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Hey.
Here we go. Check him up. Check the calls.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Newton now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
20. Gun.
To throw on 2nd down, Newton. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now Newton on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 2nd down, Prescott again. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Again, this is Cook. And he's got room to run inside the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Here's Prescott. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is McCaffrey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So the Cowboys now bringing the offense out there to go for 2. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Newton now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, here's Newton. Throws a quick hitter on the slant, that's complete. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 19-point game. Gano out to kick this one away. And here comes Diggs. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Prescott on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Caught left side, Williams. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
His throw incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On play action, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dontari Poe with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He'll air it out deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. That one goes for 36 yards. They go play action here on first down. Pass incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. To throw is Newton. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano out to kick this one away. And here comes Diggs. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one in the left side, caught by Diggs. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Prescott now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Try to get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Thomas Davis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.